Hey everyone, Aussie Otaku back again, and I'm here with my Sydney/Kinokuniya manga haul. So, as you guys know from my previous video, I went to Sydney for just over a week and I am back. First time visiting Sydney, it was absolutely amazing. I loved it and I definitely will be returning. But anyway, you guys want to know all about Kinokuniya and what I picked up. So, I actually had two visits and I was there probably close to an hour each time. The first time, honestly, it blew me away so much I really couldn't absorb anything, so I decided to go back, and I'm glad I did because the first time I went there, the manga section was really busy. There were a lot of people around and I couldn't get any footage, but luckily the second time I went it was a little bit quieter. There wasn't really that many people around and I was able to take some photos. Now, I did do a little bit of filming on my phone and I wasn't really too happy with how the footage came out, so I will be showing you guys some photos, so at least that way it gives you an idea of just how big the manga section was, how many different series they carried. It just honestly blew me away. As I said, I spent about an hour there each visit and I probably could have spent double the time there. It was just amazing. I've never ever seen that much manga in a store before. So yeah, so we'll take a quick look at the photos now. So yeah, they had probably about 8 to 10 aisles of manga, which was just breathtaking to look at. They had pretty much every series you can think of. They had like a lot of the common stuff like Black Butler, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece, Dragon Ball. They even had some of the more, not necessarily rare stuff, but more uncommon stuff like Buddha, which I was kind of surprised to see. They had a lot of volumes of Gantz, Prince of Tennis, which I was pretty surprised to see. I think they had most of the complete series of Prince of Tennis actually. They had a lot of box sets, One Piece box sets, Naruto box sets, Bleach box sets, Bakuman, Death Note. They had just a lot of the smaller series as well, like Uzumaki, a lot of Junji Ito work. Yeah, just they pretty much had everything. It was absolutely amazing. Price-wise, the prices weren't really absolutely amazing, which was probably a good thing for me because I only picked up a few things. And if the prices were really good, I would have been tempted to buy a lot more, and I didn't have the room to bring too much stuff back. But yeah, price-wise, nothing too amazing, but a little bit cheaper than what you'd find in a normal bookstore. But still a little more expensive than buying stuff online, which I pretty much already expected anyway. But it was just amazing to be in there, to be surrounded by so much manga. Yeah, it was just absolutely incredible. They also had a pretty good anime, Blu-ray and DVD anime section, as well as a lot of figures and a lot of pop vinyls. So yeah, I went ahead and picked up a few manga volumes and some pop vinyls. So yeah, if you're planning a trip to Sydney, I highly recommend checking out Kinokuniya. It is just amazing, even if you don't really plan to buy anything. Just being in there surrounded by so much manga, it was just absolutely breathtaking. So yeah, I will be returning to Sydney and I will be returning to Kinokuniya. But anyway, enough on that. Let's see what I picked up. Okay, so first up we have 3 more pop vinyls. We have a couple from Dragon Ball Z and one from Black Butler. So we have Super Saiyan Goku and Original Goku. I was especially pleased to pick up the Original Goku because it's one of the more uncommon ones in the Dragon Ball Z line at the moment, and it's one that I don't really see too often in stores. So really happy with those two. And then finally got around to adding something Black Butler figure-wise into my collection, and it's the pop vinyl of CL. So really happy with that. I was really hoping they'd have Sebastian, but unfortunately they did not, which didn't really surprise me because that is pretty uncommon to find as well, so I'll probably have to resort to ordering him online, but still really happy to add those three into the collection, and I'll be doing separate unboxing videos of these in the future. Okay, and let's get on to the manga. So I picked up a few volumes, nothing too over the top, but I was pretty happy with what I picked up. So first thing is volumes 1 and 2 of Gaio, or Geo, however you want to pronounce it, another one of Junji Ito's work. Have read these. It's only a short 2-volume series, and this was really good. Now, I was kind of surprised to see these individual volumes in store because I thought they were out of print, but obviously not, and they worked out a little bit cheaper than picking up the hardcover omnibus. And I do actually prefer single volumes as well, so it worked out pretty well for me. I'm not really too sure how well you can see the artwork on the covers because it's all in black, but it does have some pretty cool artwork on the covers there. This was really good. I'm a big horror fan, so this was high on my radar, and I'm glad I finally picked it up. If you're a fan of horror, especially creature features, I definitely highly recommend this one. The characters were good, the story was well paced, and the atmosphere and creepiness throughout was extremely well done. The artwork is absolutely fantastic. There's some really good imagery throughout, so definitely recommend this series, and it's only 2 volumes long, so nice and short. Next up, I picked up Gigantomaxia, and this is one that I really hadn't heard too much about prior to picking it up. This is a one-shot, so it's just a single volume, and I've got to say, story-wise, this was kind of underwhelming, to be honest. It felt a little bit rushed in parts. Don't get me wrong, there were some really good parts of the story, and the two main characters here on the front cover were pretty interesting, just with their bond together and their powers. I'm not really going to say too much about the story because I don't really want to spoil it, but basically it's set in a sort of sci-fi fantasy futuristic world. It's kind of more fantasy orientated than sci-fi, and basically these two characters, they can merge together and they become like a giant titan, and they pretty much just have to fight other beasts and titans throughout the world. It's sort of a post-apocalyptic setting, but only being one volume long, I kind of felt that it was unfinished, especially the ending, which I didn't really care for. I definitely feel that this could have benefited if it had been a 2 or 3 volume long series, perhaps. Just the storyline and the characters could have been a little bit more delved into, but other than that it was pretty good. But to be completely honest, I really didn't pick it up for the story, I picked it up for the artwork. The artwork in this is just absolutely incredible, so I'll show you some of the artwork. Yeah, it's just amazing. And you know, I did enjoy the story in parts, but the story, nothing too absolutely amazing there, but this is definitely one for the artwork. So if you're a fan of really good artwork, I would probably recommend this, but don't go into it expecting an absolutely amazing story, because in my opinion it didn't really have one, and as I said, it felt unfinished. Next up we have Omnibus 1 of I Am Hero, and again, being a big horror fan and a big zombie fan, this was one that I've been wanting to pick up for a while now, so I finally got it. I haven't read this yet, and I'm actually not going to read it until the second omnibus comes out, which I think comes out either in October or November, so I'm waiting on that. I've heard this is really good. It's basically just a zombie apocalypse set in Tokyo, so I'm expecting pretty good things from this, and as I said, I am going to be reading this when the second omnibus comes out. And last but certainly not least, we have All You Need Is Kill, and this was definitely the pickup of the trip. This was absolutely amazing. It's a one-shot, but it's so well done. It wraps up everything nicely. It's extremely well paced. The story is really, really good. The two main characters, Rita and Kiji, are really, really good. A lot of good story development throughout. It's really well paced, and the art in this is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite manga in my collection now. Just amazing. I just flew through it. It's a pretty quick read, but yeah, it definitely had me hooked from start to finish, and I'm glad that I picked this one up. So if you're looking for a really good one-shot volume series, not really a volume, but one-shot series, I would highly recommend All You Need Is Kill, especially if you're a fan of sci-fi. This would be right up your alley. Just fantastic characters, great story, and the artwork is really, really good. But yeah, I was extremely, extremely impressed with this. So yeah, this one gets my highest recommendation. Okay, so that does it for my Kinokuniya manga haul. So as I said, the store was absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it in there. And I could have spent a lot more time in the store, but I was busy doing other things, but still really, really happy to get at least 2 visits in there. And when I return to Sydney, I will be definitely going back to the store again. So yeah, let me know what you think of the manga that I've added to the collection, and as I said, I'll be doing separate unboxing videos for the pop vinyls as well as my manga and anime collection setup video, which I will be doing for my 100 subscriber special. I don't really have a lot of anime, and my manga collection really hasn't changed too much, but at least you'll be able to see the shelves and how I have everything set up. And there's a few things to the side where you haven't seen yet. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy that, but that will be up within the next week. And I'll also be, of course, doing another manga haul at the end of the month. So got a lot of videos planned for you guys. Once again, thank you for all your support. I've actually grown a little bit more since being in Sydney, so to all my new subscribers, thanks a lot and welcome to the channel. And also, if there's any videos you guys want me to do, just let me know in the comments section below. I'm open to suggestions. Anyway, I'll wrap up the video now, so I hope you've enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.